30. All. Forty 30.
There's been a few too many of those.
Yes, that is a very telling stat. Saville has done a good job keeping those unforced errors down. Brody just spilling a few too many.
The most extraordinary return of these Wimbledon championships ultimately brings up championship point for the Australian.
Yes! We've got a champion in the family!
The champion is Luke Saville, and rather like Murray, one day perhaps, but for Liam Brody, not this day.
Yes, you have to take your hat off to Luke. He played a fantastic match. He really turned it around well and in fact closed it out rather well as well. Good work from the young Australian. British hopes dashed again.
It was a fabulous effort from Saville, particularly having lost the first set 6-2. Brody seemed to be in complete control, but as the game wore on, Saville just got better and better, it seemed, and here was the moment.
Yeah, dispatched with the overhead. Watched it closely, picked it out of the air very, very assertively. Delight on the face of Luke Saville, the young Australian.
Trophies will now be presented on court to the winners and runners-up of the boys' singles event. For this presentation, please welcome onto the court Mr. Ken Weatherly, who is a member of the Committee of Management of the Championships. Firstly, this year's runner-up from Great Britain, Liam Brody.
He's become a bona fide tennis name over the last fortnight. Andy Murray still flying the flag on his own for the time being, but it looks like the cavalry's just around the corner.
Yes, British tennis is in a good position with players like this coming to the fore year after year in the junior ranks. Very encouraging.
And now the 2011 boys singles Wimbledon champion, Luke Saville from Australia.
A 17-year-old from Adelaide, though ultimately getting the better of a 17-year-old from Stockport. Blonde ambition. And you do wonder, don't you? He knows so well what his hero Leighton Hewitt got up to. And you just wonder, you're bound to wonder, whether Brodie and Saville might become a fixture in years to come, how often they might meet at Wimbledon in the main men's draw, whether they'll develop and perhaps compete in finals in the future. Dad gets his snapshot. This final does have a habit of developing top names. Bjorn Borg, Roger Federer, as we've spoken about earlier. But for the moment, it is Luke Saville who can look ahead to the future with so much enthusiasm.
Who the last Australian boys winner was? Was that Cash by chance?
It's Todd Reed.
Todd Reed, you did allude to that earlier, yes.
Whatever happened to Todd Reed? Fabulous occasion though, Paul, and a great game. Let's not lose sight of that. We saw shots that a lot of us and rallies that a lot of us will remember for a while to come.
Yes, absolutely. That point right near the end there, really lengthy rally. Both players diving all over the court. Fantastic display of really competitive tennis. Toe to toe, neck and neck, all the way. Good to see both players smiling. That's what matters at the end of the day. Tennis is for fun and a fabulous sport.
Still not done, Liam Brodie. He's got a busy day. He's due to play in the semi-finals of the doubles in a while or so with Filip Haransky from Slovakia against another Briton, George Morgan, who's teaming up with the Croat Mate Pavic. Third Briton, Oliver Golding, and his partner Yuri Vesely are the top seeds. They play in the other semi-final, so it isn't the end of British interest at this year's championships. Far from it.
Absolutely. With what you said, of course, Liam against George in the doubles with their respective partners. At least we're going to get, again, another boys' doubles finalist, which is encouraging.
Sit proudly on the mantelpiece back home in Stockport. So what does he do now? What's the next step for Liam Brodie?
Well, he has to get out there now and start, indulging in a few futures tournaments, which, if you like, are the lowest rank of men's tournaments. And again, just try and practice hard, work hard, and be very diligent in trying to basically beef up his weapons to make that transition to the senior game. We've seen players come and go in juniors, and he's got to wrestle against that. And he'll be in good hands with Mark Hilton, and the camp around him will be just making him stronger mentally and physically. He was a real credit to Britain this week with his efforts. But of course, we will be asking more from him in the future.
And importantly, he'll be asking more of himself as well. This won't satisfy him. It's given him a taste of what his talents might yet take him to. But a very, very good watch, and two very, very promising junior players. The way it goes on for Britain, still good old Stanley Matthews back in 1962. I think we've seen over the last couple of hours just how close Liam Brodie is. He won't sign too many autographs. He will learn not to sign his entire name, I suspect, in the years to come.
Absolutely.
Just a little bit of a squiggle.
Yeah. The more famous you get, the shorter that becomes.